Alright, let's talk about it. Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. So I start off the video saying that Lost Galaxy feels like In Space 2.0, and in a lot of ways it definitely does. First off, just like In Space, it's a space opera. Basically meaning most of, if not all, the series takes place somewhere in space. Second, a lot of the story elements feel very similar, if not exactly the same, like In Space. For example, the father-daughter like relationship between Trakina and Villamax almost feels exactly the same like it was in Space with Astronema and Ecliptor. Or the Red Ranger looking for a lost sibling. It started with Andros looking for Karone. We had it again with Leo, but a little different, looking for Mike. The full evil robotic turn at the end with Trakina almost felt like a repeat like it was in Space with Astronema, but with the turn. And a while back, while talking about the Zordon era and In Space, some people would include this as a part of the Zordon era because of elements like this and then characters returning like Alpha and Karone, especially her time being the Pink Ranger when Kendrix was killed off. Interesting enough as well, this is the first team where we really don't have a mentor. Sure, In Space didn't really have a mentor, but there was still connections to Zordon. And with the exception of Andros, the team had a mentor before, with Demetria during their Turbo days. Lost Galaxy is the first team to be chosen by quote-unquote destiny. And once again, in terms of power, they upped the antes, and this by far, at least in the rewatch and review, is the strongest Power Ranger team. Thanks to not only what they're able to do in the Quasar Sabers, but the powers of the Lights of Orion. Not to mention the added addition of the Magna Defender, who in his own right, whether it be the original Magna Defender himself or Mike, have some pretty decent feats in his own right. And once again, we see the return of the Psycho Rangers. And this, after seeing them in Lost Galaxy, solidifies just how much powerful and scary they really are. And once again, I will state this to the bottom of my heart. There are not a lot of teams in Power Rangers that can defeat the Psycho Rangers. These are some of the deadliest and worst villains the Power Rangers have ever come across. To the point where even Leo said they were worse than Trakina and Scorpius. And how powerful are the Lost Galaxy team? I did kind of drop a hint in the previous video. If it were a team versus team battle, Lost Galaxy versus Samurai, I would honestly give it to Lost Galaxy. Not only do they have the power, but they got the stamina as well. Would I recommend Lost Galaxy to people? Yes, please definitely check it out if you're a PR fan. Definitely a slept on series overall.